Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's look is a fall inspired look. It's literally my favorite time of year, but here in Vegas we don't really get a fall, so the minute it starts to get a little cooler I get super excited to wear scarves and gloves and coats, but that doesn't happen very often. So hopefully you guys like this look, and if you want to see how I got it, please keep watching. Hi guys. Okay, so I have started out just with my brows. So I did that, and I did put under there, only difference was I used Highbrow. This is the old packaging. It's a pencil highlighter, and it's underneath my brows, and I put a little bit on the top as well. So I'm trying to go through this one so I can get the new one, but this is how long I've had it. I also sometimes use it in the waterline to brighten my eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Today is more of a fall inspired look. So I'm going to be using the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. There are so many beautiful warm colors in here. Corals and oranges and browns and plums. So all the colors that you think of when it comes to fall, like the changing leaves and stuff like that. So I do have a little bit of the soft ochre paint pot on my lids. That's the more yellowish toned, and the reason why I use that one is because my lids have a natural darkness to them, discoloration, so I put that on to kind of counteract that so it doesn't mix with my eyeshadows. So what I'm going to do first is take my 252 brush, and I'm going to take the color called Tempera. It's just like a matte vanilla shade. And I'm just going to kind of use this just as a base. It's going to basically going to set the paint pot. So all my other colors will blend a little easier over that. So you know, no rhyme or reason to this one, just kind of slap it all over the lid. The next color I use is a transition shade. Take a neutral tone. I'll take the color called Raw Sienna. So I'm just going to blend that in so I always start from the outside, so most of the color starts there and then bring it in. And I like to sweep it into the inner corner for this look. I want everything to be. And I'll do the same thing to the other eye. So the next brush I'm going to use is the 227. It's from Zoeva. And I will pick up that color called Real Gar. Like a reddish orange, and I'm going to go right into the crease with that one. Just keep it kind of lower on the crease if you want it not to be as dramatic. Don't worry what the outside's looking here because I don't have any foundation or anything on, so I'm just going to clean all that up afterwards, so you can kind of bring it out as far as you want and just go back with your blending brush and soften the top edges of that. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this same color, and I'm going to take a little flat brush. I'll take the 242, which is a smaller version of the 252, and I'm going to press that right kind of on the outer part of the lid right here. So it's kind of going into the lid. Just bringing it kind of onto the lid actually. So basically it's all on the outside, and then I have it on the outer third of my lid. So it looks kind of weird right now, of course. So I am going to use this dark color called Red Ochre, but instead of me just tossing that in the crease, I want to take a darker color to emphasize my crease first. I'm going to take the color called Cypress Umber. It's a dark brown with a little bit of a plummy undertone. And I'm going to take it and create a little bit of a crease right here because I want my other color that I'm going to use to stand out. I feel like because my lids are a little bit, the eyelids a little bit hooded right here now, which they used to not be, but they're kind of drooping a little bit, I lose some of that color and definition. So I'm going to take the dark color on a real stiff brush. This brush is from MAC, but it's very old. It's already totally worn off, but I can see the etchings of it. It's the MAC 107. and I'm going to take it, and I dipped it on one side, and I'm going to flip it to where it's going to fit right like that. Like dot, dot, dot. Just really, just lightly put some pigment in there, because this will make my other color stand out. And I apologize, I'm looking in here. There's obviously a mirror I'm looking in right here. And I'm just like putting it in the crease and just kind of gently flicking it up, so it just kind of blends a little bit into. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. Make sure you dab a lot of that color off, because it does. It's very pigmented. So the next thing I'll do is take my 217 from MAC, which is a little bit more smaller, little tapered head, and I'm going to take the color called Red Ochre, this one right here. Now, for myself, I have kind of like a sensitivity to red dye that's in any red or purple eyeshadows. I've used this palette before, so I haven't had any reaction, thank God, otherwise I wouldn't be doing a tutorial with it. So I'm going to put this right in the crease, and it's going to go blended right over that color that we just did. Because we laid down that color first, it'll make this color a little darker. And you want to go back with that Realgar color, which is that coral, and blend over that, because that's the color that really brings out that fall look, is that kind of orangey kind of tone. I'm going to go back with my little fluffy brush and take some more of that raw sienna, which was that first transition shade, and just kind of blend that top edge right there. So since we have like a little bit of that coral, I'm going to put a little bit more back, but a little bit of the coral right here in the outer corner on the lid. Just going back and blending out that color called Primavera, which is a champagne gold color, and I'm going to put that right in the center. Go back with your with the Realgar, and gently blend those little edges together on that, so they kind of transition together softly. But then on the inner corner, I want to have just a little bit lighter, so I'll take the same, I'm just cleaning off the brush, and then I'm going to take color called Vermeer, and I'm going to put that right on the very inner corner part of the eye, the inner third. Just opens the eye a little bit more right there. Take your blending brush. Let's take that one that had the Realgar on it and just soften these edges here, because everything's kind of mushing together. I'll take that same color, but I'm going to get like a little angled brush. I'm using that same Vermeer color, which is the little pinky shimmery color. Go right under the brow. Take your little blending brush that you used that transition color on, and softly blend those together right there. The next thing we're going to do is put some eyeliner on. I think I'm going to do a liquid liner, so for sake of time I'm going to go ahead and go off camera to do that. I am going to use the Maybelline Eye Studio in Blackest Black. It's a little gel pot. I'm going to use it with a little angled brush from Zoeva. So I'm back with my lashes and my eyeliner. So I did use that gel pot liner, but then after I put my lashes on, I like to go back with this little NYC eyeliner. I don't like to initially line my eyes with this one because it's a very like a wet kind of liner. So I like to go back after I've already put my lashes on and then just go back to get like more of a precise line, and also darkens that. So it's really nice to use for that. So now, because I haven't done any kind of concealer or anything like that, I can go back now and clean up underneath. So what I use is the Say Yes to Cucumber wipes, and I have one right here. And I'm just gonna go underneath my eye where, just to clean up, but not a lot of fallout, so that's good. But I am gonna go up on the side and kind of bring it out in case any of that shadow got down there, and then that cleans it up for you. And then I'm going to go this way and also come up this way. Oh, and for lashes, I'm sorry, I use the Huda Beauty Farrah number 12 lashes. I love these ones. Really pretty. So now we're going to go into concealer. The first thing I'm going to do is take my Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. It's like a peachy brightener. So what I'm going to do is take my Real Techniques foundation brush, which is kind of funny. This is so small for a foundation brush, but so I use it for concealer. And I just kind of go in a triangular shape right here, because I'm really dark just right in here, and I also want to brighten, so I bring it down onto my cheeks. And then I'm going to go with my little damp beauty blender and just blend that out. So that was just the corrector. So I'm going to do the foundation next. I'm going to use the Dream Liquid Mousse foundation from Maybelline, and I use the color Sandy Beige. And I will pick that up with my Smith 115 foundation brush. So the next thing I'm going to do is take my damp beauty blender again and just kind of go around and just make sure there's no like little streaks from your brush. Just kind of set everything in there. And the next step is concealer, and I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury, the Retoucher in number 1 Fair. And I'm just going to put this all around my eye. So I'm going to take that little foundation brush again, and then this time just going to blend it out. Okay, so next I will set under my eyes, with which we all know the Manica D'Ar powder. And again, the color is C2 yellow. I'm not going to do any contouring today because I'm really not doing anything today except for going to my son's baseball game, and it's already a little too dramatic for a baseball game anyways, so I will be taking off my lashes, of course. So I'm going to take the Kat Von D Petal Brightening Powder. It's another little loose powder. I'll take that with my damp beauty blender and just set under the eyes so all that color does not get onto the concealer that I just laid down. I will go back with my Modern Renaissance palette, and this time I'm going to take, I'll just take the 217 because I kind of want it to be like a blown down look. So this time I'll take the Real Gar, which was that coral color, and I will just, so this is obviously a bigger brush, but that's okay because I want it to kind of be blown down. So I'm softly just sweeping the color underneath my eye to get like a nice blown out effect right here. I'll take a little bit of that, I'm going to take a smaller, kind of stiffer brush. I'll use my little MAC 255. I'll take that red ochre color and go right above that one, kind of closer to the lash line, just to kind of bring that color into there. And then we can take away this baking powder because now I'm dusting away any shadow that might have fell on there. So let's go ahead and bronze ourselves up a little bit. I'm going to take the Stila Stay All Day Contouring Bronzer, and this is the color called Light. Probably a little too light for me, but that's okay because I'm not really going for a bronzy look, but I also don't want to look like a ghost. So we will just bronze up our face. And then I'll take my medium angled brush from Luxie and just go down the side of my nose. Go underneath. And make the little line right here. It kind of like emphasizes the tip of the nose a little bit, which I like that look. And then go back and just kind of blend out with what's left on your Beauty Blender from your powder. So before I do my bottom lashes, I'm going to take my Rainforest of the Sea from Tarte spray. Spray that. Kind of refreshes and brings back hydration to your skin after putting all that powder on. And then with your skin still a little bit damp, you can take your highlighter. So I think today I'm going to use Becca, and this is the color Champagne Pop. Really pretty color. Go a little on your nose. Cupid's bow. Okay, and so for blush today, I'm going to use this really cute palette, and it is still available. I went online just to make sure it's still available because it's only $19.99 for this palette. It's called City Color Cosmetics Timeless Beauty Palette, and so go onto City Color website. There's blushes and little highlighters. Now the highlighters I don't recommend as a highlighter because they're very pigmented. So for instance, I'm going to use this little plummy color right here. Because the lips, I'm going to have a little bit of plum to it. So we'll put this on. So I just noticed that my camera had stopped recording when I started to do my blush. So only thing I did is add the blush and my lips. That was all that needed to be done. For the lips, I used MAC Soar lip liner, and then I used the Bare Minerals liquid lipstick in the color called Swag. It's very similar to that other color that I used in my other video from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but this is just a little lighter. And it stays creamier. Even though it's matte, it's not as drying. So I really like this one. So that's pretty much it. I'm glad I only missed the end part because you guys have seen me do my lips before, so I didn't really miss anything. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a very nice kind of colors for fall. I'm not sure if the colors are really translating on camera, but it is a really beautiful fall inspired look. So I hope you guys like this one. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.